Vikings get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Of 13 yards. Something they saw a lot in 2015 in the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
That's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggles doing that.
Now, being chased out left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Bucs last week, they had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they said the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them. And
Stephon Diggs, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 78 yards, and the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph in there to get him his second sack now in the afternoon. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he is leveled, knocked down hard. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Stafford, eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it on the 33-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Now those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost
Again, it's Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a
You want to
third
put that
and 2.
chicken up?
No, I'm still eating something.
Say I'm up. What's up?
Oh,
My son.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
because I did it first and he knocked it over, so.
Yesterday's NFL described as a space game. Get your best
So
players
nasty.
into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make
You
people miss.
seriously need to clean up.
Here's Kelly.
Figure out what you want to do with this food time.
A swing pass caught.
If you want to get rid of it,
Man,
you
you
take
must
that.
this thing up. You might as well
You
throw it
can
away.
wash the cover.
Wait.
It comes off. You put it in the washing machine.
And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Oh.
Oh, you don't want nothing.
And he's good to make it
You never told me what you wanted to do with it.
It's yours, not mine.
Oh my god.
It's not my food time. I don't care what you do.
Forbath out to kick this one away.
You were saying something about putting in a room. Where?
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
That over it. Put it on that wall. You put it on the wall next to the window.
He's at the
It can go anywhere.
He's at the 30.
We need to figure out if you want it cheaper or not.
10. And he
That pie is sherbet.
touchdown.
You even have little chunks of pie. I'm about to throw away this macaroni and cheese.
Go ahead.
One-score game. And that one makes it 14-7. So let's try
Did I make a taco tonight?
return TD. Here's yet
You
another
suck.
It's 9:20 at night.
take it in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the
Monday
20
night.
to the
For sure.
23-yard line.
Because I don't work till
Later
Tuesday.
tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to
I
take
think
on
we
the
can go
Seahawks.
up.
And then Monday
So why not tonight? I'll go to the store tomorrow.
great night game is
Why not tonight?
I mean tomorrow night.
we're in October already.
Who was weak?
It's not birthday party.
Okay.
Why not be with your mom? That don't take pride. You want to try this Pop-Tart with me?
Yeah, I just did. I was about to eat it earlier, but I didn't want to just eat it.
I bought it to the wrong parents. That's good. I want it.
A play fake. Now Kelly. He's going to float this one deep right side.
I need to make a grocery list because I went and bought baked beans the other day and I forgot to grab hot dogs. Can I open it first? Mama. That's so annoying.
That's my mom.
She does do that. She'll sit there with her mouth open. Like I'm just supposed to feed her.
She do be thinking that though. She do it to me.
You know, bougie ass. It smells like coffee. I don't know if this one's too bad.
First down. Here's the run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
You like it?
A great
Not really.
effort there. His third
No.
touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. 21-7.
Yo, my gag reflex is going like that.
Can you turn your
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
your phone off the Wi-Fi for a little bit for the game?
Why?
Because the internet's so slow right now. It's like it's messing with the thing. I want to
Why
call
is the
it.
internet so slow?
I'm not supposed to know that.
You can't call them. You ain't on the bill.
I said, cut the bullshit out. I'm about to whoop your ass. Stop it.
No, I'm updating my iPad, so no, I can't turn that.
You can turn your phone off.
I'm on my phone. What were you drinking that was blue?
Listerine. Can you just take that
Why
off?
are you drinking Listerine?
But can you turn
Why
it
are you
off the
drinking?
Wi-Fi? You
Yeah.
have internet on your
Uh-huh.
phone.
But why are you drinking Listerine?
I wasn't drinking. I was rinsing my mouth out with it.
Why? What's wrong with your mouth?
Oh, nothing. Keep asking me all these questions. You expect me not to be like nothing? The fuck?
You need to get rid of these stupid ass TVs that you bought me. And so I can have my storage closet back.
Hold up.
Excuse me?
It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defense is always talking about getting right in motion.
Okay.
3rd down, and you're offense.
You've been saying okay for 2 months and shit's still sitting there. Oh God, yes, oh God. I done took my nap and I'm back.
I'm gonna put your ass back to sleep.
Cat, get on. Don't come over here. You look so little. You need to eat some. Give your cat some fish.
Out to the 32, run down there. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden,
You give us some damn fish.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
the motion man is Tate. 3rd and 2, Stafford. Got a man, it's Amendola. Stafford goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 1st down, it's Kelly. Forced out to his left. And time
What?
runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. On 2nd down, Cook. They find some open field here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, their confidence, if there's something which is wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny, it's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Jansen to his left. And he'll get this remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended receiver was R2tl, and that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time. We ended up putting a little too much heat on the first thing, partner.
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Kelly, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, they can make someone miss in the open field.
Now Kelly going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here come the Lions now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves
How you
reasserted, and calm things down.
Get calm and reassert themselves here. He'll get 10 on his own, but it'll be second down. To throw on second down. Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. I was looking for Theo Riddick there, and that'll bring up second down. But one
Fuck Stafford breaking tackles. Like, that shit don't even make no sense.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And the 10 knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board.
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And this is
Oh,
scooped
shit.
up by the Lions. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And excellent field position here as this drive will start on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of the special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time to make sure these guys are introduced to the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing a completion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, Kelly. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
And it is true, you can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Kelly on third down. And Cook has it left side. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Play action, it's Kelly. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. Maybe go to the run game a little bit.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, no credit to the defense for shutting down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Marvin Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than an Alexis
So Stafford throwing around like that.
Especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
the throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Slater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and get loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! 56! Lucky 39!
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You need to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Don't left, don't left. All right, here we go.
Kelly now, off the play fake. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Hank's almost going to give him the QB1s here when it gets to the side. That one should have been picked. Let's just be honest. He might be the second person that is here because he's here in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, picked on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better.
Check the backer.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. But winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Hey!
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Shifts nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Vikings pick up the football. 20, 10, 5, and they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Detroit, and let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now to the flat for Reddick. Really good pickup of 28 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. It's Reddick underneath. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run here. Abdullah. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know it's a cliche and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year. 357 yards. Abdullah. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
You want two.
you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second.
Too tight.
They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is ready.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. Oh, did the Lions get it? Yes, they recover. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
Tight end left. 4 down. On the ball.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Linval Joseph in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Show it eight. Tag 50, tag 50. We go set, 180.
On second down, here's Stafford. Forced out to his left. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. It only took Stafford 90 games to hit 25,000 yards in his career, fastest ever, and he adds to that yardage total there.
I'm not sure anyone in the league has a more confident arm than Matthew Stafford does. He can wait until they're actually open before delivering as opposed to anticipating them being open because of the strength of his arm, and he doesn't mind showing it off.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Lions on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Omaha, remove. 4 down. Set, check, 280. Trail right, 22. 49, check 49, Zebra. Check 49. Trail right. Undercut.
Throwing again at Stafford. Dancing to his left. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Here we go. Watch the twist. Hurry up, here we go. 43's the
Blue 90. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. To throw is Kelly. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Nick Ballore. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Tate. A quick feed from Tate. Penalty really stings big time there. Wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is to give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up.
Stafford on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. But guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. So the offense has it first and 10.
Double tight. All right, boys, here we go. 3 down.
They go play action here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Single. We go
Say 54.
Watch 9.
Throwing again. Stafford shedding the tackle. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Lions on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
21. Alert.
Again, it's Stafford. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. It's brought in left side by Tate. They'll get 16 yards there, and the Lions are going to have a first. And now the offense operates in the red zone. From the red zone now, Stafford eluding the pressure right. Pushing through the contact. They still can't get him. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. Well, there you go. From red zone to red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground or popped in the air, and whoosh, there you go in the other direction. Good job by the defense. You see how they practice that, too. You can tell. Coordinated. As soon as they got the ball, everyone turned to block someone.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
Double tight. All right, boys.
Stafford feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Single. I got a single in the slot. You're set. 85, I'm coming.
On first and 10, Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Here we go. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Check.
Again, it's Pumphrey. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
So the D-line's going to spread out. That one looks like he'll throw here. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Now Kelly, he's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. On the ball. Hey.
Stafford looks to throw again. Buying time was left. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 1-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Stafford now on second down. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Theo Riddick, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And that'll make this a 19-point game. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So on now is Kai Forbath. If you're wondering, he's hit. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called